Well, hey everyone, welcome back. Welcome back to Hinterland. Happy Friday, happy end of the week. Oh man, so good to be the end of the week. Not gonna lie, it's been a long week. It's good to be done. And it's gonna be a long weekend for yours truly. 4th of July weekend, taking an extra day just to contemplate life. Actually, I'm not. I'm probably not even gonna do that. I'm probably gonna be on a couch, if I'm being honest with you, and catching up on some sleep and playing some Farm Sim and probably playing some Farmers Dynasty. You know, that game has kind of got to me a little bit. It's kind of burrowed its ugly little head inside me. I miss the little freaks around town that you talk to. I think that's what makes that game kind of interesting, are the freaks. Anyways, what are we doing? We're rolling. Yep. Ooh. Looks like I missed. Looks like I missed a couple spots there when I was actually, you know what that is? That is unevenness. I remember the cedar was going over that and was missing some divots, I think. So now that we see that, I actually wonder if now would be a good time to maybe help that out for future planting. Let's do that maybe a little bit. Yeah, it just kind of, skipped over that. That happens sometimes if you've got pretty uneven terrain. It doesn't look that bad though, does it? Huh. Doesn't and I don't know about you guys, but the camera angle, I don't know why the camera angle just looks kind of weird to me. I know I'm on a hill. But I noticed it. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's fine. Maybe it's just me. I was in here and I'm like, whoa, what's going on? That doesn't look right either, but he's on a pretty good hill too. He's waiting because I can't throw down the next layer of fert until next month, I don't think. Excuse me, sorry about that. Air quality is horrible right now in my area. It's been all week. Just feel so sorry for all those people being affected by those wildfires there, the fires in Canada. Absolutely awful. And where I live, I am in I'm in West Michigan, and if you look on an air quality map, it's like it's just settled right over my area, and it has been all week. Um, and it's just killing me. It's killing my lungs. It's killing my eyes. And but I hate to complain because I can't even imagine what's going on with the rest of the folks that have to deal with it even more than I do. So our buddy is taking care of the rolling. Then we've got this field to roll here. And we'll have a fertilizer to put down on that field. Actually, that is the only field we're going to be needing a second layer. All right, that's cool. We can deal with that. We can absolutely deal with that. Really glad we got that sprayer. That sprayer has come in handy. I'm digging that sprayer. I kind of wanted to, since we're kind of in a bit of a lull at the moment, we've got all of our seeding, planting done. I'm kind of just waiting. Sorry, kind of just waiting to for things to catch up, you know. But in the meantime, we put down this lovely sweet bakery, and I haven't really done anything with it, so I was thinking we should maybe do something with it. Not really entirely sure what to do with it. Maybe not a whole lot. We can extend out. Let's see if I can get this gravel. Just kind of do what we do. Nice little gravel patch. Keep extending our 2-track further we go out. I think we are going to put in a couple more fields. It seems kind of a waste to not. I'm also thinking, of course, we do want to put down our you know, our windmills, solar plants. I know I've been talking about those and really haven't done much with those yet. I don't know what I'm really waiting for. Do we do? Yeah, we kind of do gravel throughout all that, don't we? There we go. Let's get some gravel down. That looks a little better. So yeah, I kind of want to get some of that taken care of. There's not a whole lot more as far as... Sorry. As far as... boxes to check, I guess you would say, in Hinterland. I'm kind of getting to the point where I feel like we've accomplished most of our goals here and there. I mean, of course, if some other neat looking productions come along or something, I certainly wouldn't be adverse to putting some more stuff down. Right now I feel like we just need to catch up with some crops. How crazy is that, right? We're farmers and we actually need to pull some crops in. That's crazy. All right, so we need to make sure we have a little bit of room to, if we need to bring a tractor over or whatnot. But I also want to clean all this up so the natives don't get upset that Hinterland's looking too ghetto. So I'm thinking something along these lines. I think I never really make these as far out as they probably need to be, so I'm going to stretch that out a little bit more like that. I think I'll put some fencing down. This whole area here, this no man's land, I think we could definitely do a field. I think we can definitely put a field in there, and I know that this thing's kind of a little out of place. I don't know if maybe we should put a little bit of a 2-track, or maybe I don't know what to do with this thing here out of place. So maybe if we put in another one here or something like that, maybe a couple more over here, and we could put a little road in there, like an access road. That may not be a bad idea. I'd go for that. I'm just going to stretch this out a little bit more. We really don't need to get in and out of our production facilities all that much with a tractor, just because we pretty much have so much that's just being distributed. And especially since I have most of the things kind of auto selling, we really don't get a tractor down there very much. That's not too shabby. Kind of like that. I think we could definitely stand for either park. We don't really need parking though, do we? No, I don't think we need parking as much as maybe just some outdoor facilities. Let's see what we can find here. Maybe a couple picnic tables or benches or something so people can kind of chill out and enjoy the weather while having some cookies or croissants, maybe some coffee. That would be delicious. I could go for that right now, that's for sure. Oh, man, I didn't realize how many placeable items I have stocked up on. Holy cow. Yeah, see, there's those flower. Look familiar? I didn't look to see if that's the same modder. Triangle's Trouble. We're going to check that out. I wonder if that's the same modder. I like these things. I don't know if I ever showed you these, but these kind of dirt things you can put down. It's kind of nice just to make things look a little bit more driven on and used kind of thing. That's kind of big. Something like that. Just to give a kind of a feel of use, I guess you would say. Let's see if we can throw maybe down there on the back dock area. And let's see. what we have here. We could do benches like that, or maybe what would look a little bit nicer are the ones that we used at the pizzeria. I kind of like these guys, and then adding like a, oh, oh, I know you don't want to be put down there, but we're gonna make you be put down there. And then maybe like an umbrella, you know, kind of thing like that, just to kind of give it a homey feel. Yeah, something like those lines there. What do you think? Maybe a single for people like me, you know, lonely, lonely people going to eateries by themselves. Oh man! All right, we got that. We got that. We can put another one of those down like that, and then maybe what happened to our? Maybe we'll just leave it like that for now. Just give it a little something, something. Give it a little flair out front like that. Maybe we'll put some more down a little bit later, but I think for now, that'll be pretty good. What did we say that was? Triangle's Trouble or something like that? So now I'm curious. So if we go to... Actually, we can... Let's... Selling points. Oh, boy. Yeah, that's... Sorry. That is definitely a different mod author. I wonder how that works then. You know, clearly the mod author of this production facility, I would say it's fair to say, borrowed these flower pots from another mod author. And I'm pretty sure that spinning postcard is also borrowed. Those are borrowed, I think. I think that's borrowed. I don't know how that works. Maybe they got permission. Maybe certain things you don't need to get permission for. I don't know. But it looks good. Happy with that. I'm liking it. The only other thing that I see that we need to do, nothing is complete without trees. And I do want a tree there. That looked kind of boring over there. And maybe another tree there. Oh, shoot. And you know what else we need? We need lights. And I would go for something... I think that kind of deal would work well here. Let's plop that down there. And before we put some more lights down in those corners, let's grab some fencing. We can do matchy-matchy and continue on with this kind of fence. It's kind of something we've been using at the other ones, so maybe we will do matchy-matchy. Let's do matchy-matchy. We'll keep Hinterland its glorious matchy self. I think we're just going to bring this over this way. And then we can bring this fence back yonder. Yeah, that looks pretty good. I think we got plenty of room there. Bring it way over here. I have become a lot less picky with the fencing, and I think what I kind of decided or figured out was you don't see the fencing from this angle. You know, you never do unless you're putting it down or you're doing a flyover, right? But on the ground, it looks fine if it's not perfectly straight. And I think I finally just gave in to the fact that it doesn't have to be perfect. You know what I'm saying? That looks fine. I'm sure it's off a few degrees here and there, but I can deal with that. This area here, we might throw something in there eventually. Kind of thinking about that. But before then, let's go back to landscaping and trees. I don't put enough of these down, do I? I don't find them particularly pretty to look at. But, you know, whatever. And let's go back to our lights, because we need some more lighting. I think we want the... We can go with these. These will do well. I like these lights. They do a really nice job. I'm going to make sure that I remember to keep these lights around for other maps if I need lighting. They just put off a good... They put off a good amount of light that's not too harsh. But, and they're not super expensive. And I am so sorry if I sound stuffed up or anything. I know that can be kind of annoying when you're listening to me talk. I apologize. Hopefully next week, I hear the weather quality is supposed to get much better. So if you can put up with me until then, I would appreciate it. Weeds growing. Oh my goodness. That is just great. I'm so glad I looked at that because I totally forgot about weeds. How quickly I forget about stinking weeds. Oh my goodness. Huh. I can't remember when we planted sunflowers, but they're already... alright. And I did end up, I don't know, I think I told you all that I decided to go ahead and roll our grass fields, as you can clearly tell. You probably didn't need me to tell you that again. But the grass fields, I did decide to go ahead and roll, so they're back a month, but that's okay. If we need grass, yeah, we've got plenty of grass. I did mow some more grass, by the way, to put into our silo. Yeah, so it has enough to keep itself busy for a little bit and keep our TMR mixer happy for a while. Oh, Mr. Cow. Now, did I screw up? I guess the next question is, did I screw up and forget to weed any of these fields? I think I got weeding done on all of these fields. If not, I think we would definitely be able to tell. Yeah, they're done. They got to be done. Ooh, 100%. 100%. Yeah, I like that yield being up there at 100%. You know, that's weird. Did we mulch? Maybe we did mulch these fields. I can't remember. We must have. We must have mulched all of these fields because they're all 100% yield bonus. So, giddy up on that. I'm happy with that. Let's go back over to our sugar factory here. Let me do this so we're not being all crazy. So we got some lighting in, we got our fencing in. I still think that we have room for... Oh, I know, I just turned it off. I'm going to turn it back on again. I think we have a lot of room for some fields yet. Like, all in here, I think we could do at least some kind of a field. And all of this through here... Man, that's actually a really good sized field right there, isn't it? If we get that plowed up, which I think we should do. Because I don't think we're going to bring... I don't think we're going to bring productions much further down. We've got some room here if we want to add a couple more, but I don't think we're going to be adding too many more productions onto the map. So, yeah, I think it's going to be time to... I think it's fair to say it's going to be time to produce a couple of more fields for Hinterland. I'm all about that. And this area right through here, I mean, this could all be field. A lot of that could be field. Do we have any other? What's going on with all this right here? I know it looks bigger than it probably is. This isn't much. But yet still, if we field it all through here, I think, oh, Brad, I think you got fields to create, buddy. Let's get to it. I'm stinking messing around for. Let's turn off Mr. Hyperspeed. And let's just see about grabbing a tractor. And our plow. what tractor do we want to use? The Kloss is busy. Little Voltra, can you handle this plow? I think it can. I think Little Voltra can handle the plow. Where's my plows? This one right here. 180 horsepower. Maybe not. I think Little Voltra is less than 180. No, it's not. Yay! Little Voltra, guess what, buddy? We're going to go do some field outlining, my little friend. I like using... Sometimes it's nice to use this smaller plow for field outlining first. I kind of like that. And then bring over the big boys to finish off the job. And since the Voltra's little, we can cut over our crops without, you know, causing too much horrific damage. Wow. But going back to, not to harp on it, but going back to those fires in Canada, I didn't realize how much of an area these were impacting. Like, it's like the entire country, like from west to east. It's amazing to me, and it's just, it boggles my mind, and I have just been so clueless towards it, and I feel bad about that because I just haven't been paying really much attention to it. But boy, there's some nasty things going on there with that. And I just hope and pray that everybody is staying safe, in particular staying safe. And from what I've been told, I don't know if this is true or not. I think we're going to start about somewhere in this neck of the woods right here, I think. This is going to irritate the town folk, and that's why we're doing it. How about that? And we're going to have just an odd-shaped field. It's just the way it's going down. I am going to do a quick game save, because if I completely regret my decisions, I'll be able to change it. And I think if we lower Mr. Plow... Oh, let's go forward, though. Let's go forward. You know what? I'm almost inspired to do something, but it would be silly. So I'm just not going to do it. Yeah, so I feel kind of bad. I was talking to somebody else today at work, and they said that I guess they've been going on since March or something like that. Is when they started battling some of these. I had no idea it's been going on that long. And it just feels, I feel really, I feel bad that it took our horrible air quality to impact me to where I would, to where I was paying attention to what in the world was going on. This is not going to be much through here. Like, not even hardly a width of a combine. So we're going to end it through here. And we're just going to get as much as we possibly can without being silly. You all know that I like to leave a little room between things just to make life a little easier when it comes to dealing with the fields. But yeah, I felt bad. It took me waking up with a completely congested chest and eyes that were almost bulging out and crusted over to, kind of realize, hey, there's some nastiness going on here. So I just hope that gets under control, hopefully as soon as possible, because that's just crazy. From my understanding, and I could be wrong, it sounds like the far majority of these fires are isolated to rural areas where there's not very much population, which I have to imagine is really good. Somebody told me today that 90%, excuse me, 90% of Canada's population lives like within. I don't think that's right. I don't think they were telling me the truth, or they were misinformed. They told me that 90% of Canada's population lives within 100 miles of the U.S.-Canadian border. I don't think that's right. That doesn't seem right to me. I could imagine it being a very high percentage. I could see that, but I don't know about 90%. That seems kind of excessive, but maybe it's true. Maybe I'm just not very good at estimating those kind of things. So that's not much of a field. It's a little field. Maybe hardly even worth doing, but I hate just leaving it empty, you know. And we could. No, the visitors, our summer renters, are going to need some kind of a road to get back to their cabins. So I think we are going to leave them this stretch of road here. Let's start about somewhere in this neck of the woods here. People that are out eating their croissants, having their having their coffee. They're gonna love us coming by with a giant stinking combine, kicking up all kinds of dust and stuff all around them. Hey, I told Heinrich and Greta and the lady at the animal dealer, whose name shall not be named, I told all of them that this was going to be first and foremost a working farm. So they're just going to have to deal with, you know, a little bit of dust. It's good for you, right? A little bit of dust is good for you. I think it looks better too when you when you see farmland. You know what I'm saying? Kind of interspersed throughout. Oh, I was gonna save a little space, wasn't I? Just in case we wanted to throw another production down. Maybe it's not worth doing. Yeah, we can do that. Uh-oh, little Vulture, are you okay? I think little Vulture's struggling. That was kind of a nasty dip right there. I'm sticking with you, buddy. You've got me. I got you, you got me. We might have to relocate that cabin right there. The Omatana cabin right there. We could relocate that. Get a truck and a trailer in here, and oh my gosh, I remember. Oh, many years ago, my first house I owned, there was an old shed that came with the house, and I had a buddy. You know what? Actually, this will work out good. We'll put the little 2-track to the cabins right alongside our field here. I think that'll look nice. Anyways, it was an old cabin, or not old cabin, an old shed, probably 10 by 10, something like that, but old. And by old, I mean probably at least 60, 70 years old. Well built. I mean, this thing was built. Like, go into it during a tornado built. And, actually not that built, but it was built. And he wanted it, and I didn't want it. So he asked if he could have it. And I'm like, dude, absolutely. Otherwise, it's just going to get torn down, you know? So he was just this kind of guy that nothing like that bothered him. It didn't bother him. To me, I would look at something like that and say, no, that's going to be just way too much effort, you know, to get it home, to trailer it, but mind you. And at the time, he lived 30 miles away, at least 30 miles away. So this thing was going to get trailered a long ways, but just stuff like that to him was no biggie. You know, it was just kind of like, eh. I think that actually made it more fun for him in some weird way. In some sick, twisted, perverted way. It made it, I guess, a little more fun for him. So sure enough, he had the trailer. He had a trailer. I think it was it was a pretty heavy built trailer, and he had the pickup truck. So he had the, I guess technically he had the truck and trailer to do it, but the big challenge was getting the thing lifted and put onto the trailer. And I got to tell you, it was me and him, and my next door neighbor volunteered, and then one of my buddy's buddies. So it was 4 dudes getting this. I have no idea how much this thing weighed. I'm horrible with estimating weight, but it was heavy as all get out. We're going to get a bigger tractor, by the way. This poor little Valtra is just, it's struggling. It's struggling. So yeah, it was excessive, but it was, when I look back on it, it actually was a lot of fun. We kind of did like the old Aztecs kind of thing, and I think we ended up, once we got it up off the ground with jacks, we ended up, I think, getting some logs and rolling the stinking thing across the yard a little ways to the trailer. I think I'm going to leave this little area open here. Actually, you know what? Nothing's going to go in here. Nothing's going in there. Let's do a little, little something here. But it's just funny, the difference in people's mindsets. I would have never considered doing it. But he needed a shed. Now, if it were me at the time and I needed a shed, I would have gone to Lowe's or Home Depot and bought a shed. Either one that I was pre-built or one that I had to build, But that wasn't him. He saw the value in a lot of things that sometimes maybe didn't have the most value. Maybe sometimes they did. But he was a really unique and really, really good guy and would do anything for you. Anytime, if he could, he'd be there to help. He was just that kind of, how those kind of people are. He was that kind of person. And unfortunately, he's no longer around, but I have a lot of really good memories. Of that dude. But let's get this a little bit smoother. A little smoother. Oops, nope, don't want you, Mr. Courseplay. There we go. The Valtra may not have been the best choice. Now that in hindsight, I think we are pushing the Valtra to its limits, but it did get the job done. At least the outlining. That's not a bad size field. We can deal with that field. That other field over there, I don't even know if I'm going to bother with that field. We might actually just put grass back and leave it. I don't want to deal with small fields anymore. They're usually more of a hassle than they are worth it. And I think we'll go ahead and work on getting another field outlined. This will be a big field. I don't know what I was thinking, but we've got a lot of room here to do a nice field. But that is actually all my throat can handle. My apologies for the coughing and just my overall throat. Hopefully this will improve over the weekend and next week. Next week will be better. But I think I've reached my limit of being able to talk. But thank you all for watching. I really do appreciate it. And I do appreciate any likes and subscriptions, of course. Most importantly, you take care of yourselves and each other. And I will be seeing you this weekend. I've got couple things recorded already. I'm going to throw out in the channel too. So you all have a really safe and nice Friday, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.